Hi guys, my name is Cristian Castaño. I'm a athlete representing Alchemy. I am from Colombia, and I'm gonna tell you a story about how I was attacked by a oceanic white-tip shark in the waters of San Andres Island in Colombia. So the whole story starts with a training session. I was preparing for the World Championship in Roatán. And I was accompanied by other 5 freedivers, and we were diving in a spot that is very deep. This spot is located 500 meters from the shore, and we go to this spot swimming, which is not ideal, of course, and is quite a far distance in case something happens. Sadly, boats are very expensive there, so we were taking the risk, and of course, well, this is what happened. I was about to do my dive, and my friend Thais comes and says to me, "Hey Christian, don't go down, there's a shark." And I'm very relaxed. I say, "Okay, no problem, this is normal, so I'm gonna stop, we're gonna wait until it goes away." I even take my time to take off my nose clip, look for my mask, and I see my friends are rushing a little bit. When I put my mask on, the shark is not like circling around like 5 meters like they normally do, it's like 1 meter from me. I even have to kick him. I kick him with my monofin, and then he goes away. She goes away. Now we know it was a female shark. So she goes away, but I can see it's like in a very different attitude towards us. And the second time she comes to the buoys, she's already trying to bite the buoys. So when the shark is trying to bite the buoys, I say to the guys, we have to leave right now. We disconnect from the mooring buoy. And we start swimming away. I try to pull the line as fast as I can so we can drag it. And we also need to have the buoys because we could have left the equipment, but I think the buoys were a good thing to protect yourself from the shark because we were using them when it was coming, like the line and the buoy helped us to prevent it from biting us, no? So we pull the line and we start swimming away. 2 of the guys, the least experienced ones, decide to swim really fast. They kind of like just leave us, which was a good thing. And then the other 4 guys, we go 2 in one buoy, 2 in the other buoy. And I decided to stay a little bit behind because I was kind of like in charge of the group. So I wanted to protect and to like keep the shark paying attention to me and doing like this with the fins so it goes away, because before it has worked, like we do like this with the fins and they go away. It was not a good idea because I separated myself from the group, and I think the shark at this point saw me as a prey, and he came a little bit more aggressive towards me. He was more interested in me, and then he started attacking, which had never happened before, and he was doing like 1 circle and then coming at me. The first times he came at me, I managed to kick him with my fins, and she left. And at one point then she comes so fast that she passed the fins and bites me. I'm not really sure where was the first bite. To be honest, I didn't feel any pain at any moment because of the adrenaline. But I imagine it was in my leg. And then I start seeing the blood. So I decided to start swimming a lot faster. And then I start to like, okay, I'm just gonna get out of here now. I need to leave, because it's still a long way to get back to the shore. And the shark keeps coming and coming, doing circles and attacking. It comes like, I don't know, maybe 15 times, maybe 20 times, trying to bite, and managed to bite me a bunch of times in my hands, because at the same time when it's attacking, I'm like hitting, trying to go for the gills and the eyes like this on the sides, and kicking with the legs to punch her, to kick her away. It's a very intense situation. You have no idea. You could see all the blood. It's like a movie. I had to hold my hand. Then I see I'm losing a lot of blood from this hand. There was one point where I could not see the shark, and I realized I'm losing a lot of blood. So I hold myself like this so I don't stop losing blood. I'm swimming full speed, and I think really freediving helped me, like the knowledge I have of how to act. Because a lot of people, what they will do, I guess, is to swim desperately with the face out. What I was doing was facing always the shark, not losing the sight from it, doing 3 really fast breaths, like hyperventilation on the surface, like this, and then going deep again, putting the head down and trying to hold my breath for as long as I can to not lose the sight of the shark. And of course it's not hyperventilation, heart is going super fast and CO2 is super high. Actually I needed more, get rid of more CO2. And then swimming backwards, no, not giving the back to the shark. So she can see my eyes. But she still was attacking. When there was blood, she got more aggressive and she got more, I think she was just hungry, and then she saw me as a prey, and then she kept coming. I thought this, when I left, when I was out of the water, I was thinking the attack lasted more or less 15 minutes. But then I was thinking as well, maybe I'm wrong, because in perception it could have been less time, you know. I said maybe it was 5 minutes, but what happened was that my friend Sergio, he had a GoPro and he was filming the shark, and when the attack started happening, he let go the GoPro, but the GoPro kept filming, and we measured and it was about 13 minutes and 40 something seconds. So it was that long the whole time, from the moment we started leaving until we were rescued by a boat. In the middle of this escape, one of my friends, Sergio, he goes, he sees the shark is attacking me, and he is really brave. He grabs the only with the stick of the GoPro, swims, because everybody's swimming away, I'm the last one. He goes back and starts punching the shark with the stick to make her go away from me. But the shark doesn't pay attention to him, he's just ignoring him and is going towards me. And then the lucky thing was that the first two guys who left the area, they ran into a boat from an organization of the island. Like, some guys were doing some studies in, I think, coral studies in the area, and they jump in the boat and they told them, hey, there is a shark attacking us. And so the boat comes towards us, and at this point I'm a little bit ahead of the guys, and the boat goes and past me. So I scream to the boat, help me, help me. I have it here, because the shark was like 1 meter next to me, and then the boat comes back, and I go and I jump in the boat with the shark right next to me, filled with blood, and then I make a mess in the boat. Then we pick the other guys, and then the boat takes us to shore. But at this point I'm very relaxed, because as soon as I sat on the boat, I was like, okay, no more problem, now I'm on land. I'm just having, like, I'm losing a lot of blood. And then my friend, another one of the guys who were there, part of the Colombian national team as well, he's a doctor, and he made I think the word in English is tourniquet, and with a lanyard, so he made it really, really tight around my wrist, and then he stopped the blood. But we didn't see really how bad the wounds were. We go to the land, and then I move my wetsuit a little bit, and I can see my bones basically in both hands and in my leg, and they are really, really big open wounds. I say to my friend, I don't know how they're gonna close these things. And then he's like, first we're gonna have to take you awake to the hospital. So we go in a taxi super fast to the hospital. It takes 20 minutes to get to the hospital, and there the doctor starts teaching me. Like, I have like 8 doctors on top of me, all worried, trying to stitch me, and they do really fast. And that's it, that's the story. I really thought I was going to die. Luckily I'm here, I'm alive, I can tell the story, I can help people get some awareness. I think it's not the shark's fault, it is their place, it is their environment, it's a natural thing for them to do. I think the problem in the island and in many places in the world is like overfishing, and some practices to attract sharks that are happening in those islands, that they're feeding them basically. So we need to stop with these practices, we need to stop with the overfishing, try to get a better environment for them so they stop attacking humans, because we are not really naturally their prey. I think that this shark was just hungry, and if she wasn't hungry, she wouldn't have gone for such a big prey. They normally eat, like the oceanic white tips, well, they eat fish, no? So they are not so big as you. That's the story, guys. I hope you like it. I'm fine. I had 114 stitches, but I can move my hands. I didn't lose any finger, and I am competing now was in World Championship in Cyprus, and I'm gonna compete in Sharm el Sheikh these days.